American audience. She was happily teaching the children when she suddenly realized that she had lost her ability to speak. She tried with all her might to say a complete sentence, but discovered that she could only manage to utter 2 words at most. This made her instantly tense up, followed by a wave of dizziness that hit her. She quickly propped herself up on the lectern and wrote a plea for help on the blackboard. But before she could even finish writing the last letter, she collapsed to the ground and started convulsing uncontrollably. The woman was quickly rushed to the hospital. Dr. Wilson, who had never seen symptoms like this before, had no choice but to turn to the scruffy, limping man in front of him for help. But don't let appearances fool you. This guy who occasionally pops pills is named House, and he's the best doctor in the hospital. Even his 3 subordinate doctors have become pillars of the institution. In the end, Wilson had to reveal that the woman was his cousin before House agreed to examine her. House quickly took his team of 3 doctors to perform an initial diagnosis using a head CT scan on the patient. One of House's unique quirks when treating patients is that he never communicates with them directly. He believes that patients may conceal the truth about certain things, which can affect his judgment of their condition. His motto is that a doctor's duty is to treat the disease, and treating the patient only makes a doctor's job more difficult. However, based on the CT scan and symptoms, they couldn't determine the specific cause of the patient's transient aphasia and loss of consciousness. So House arranged for his team to conduct further examinations on the patient, with a specific emphasis on getting an MRI. Just as House was about to pack up and call it a day, the dean angrily confronted him. It turned out that 2 hours prior, the dean had asked House to come to his office, but House claimed he had simply forgotten about it.
Are you gonna grab my cane now? Stop me from leaving?
That would be juvenile.
House quipped. The dean then followed House into the elevator, and House knew there was no escape this time. The issue was that House, due to his unwillingness to interact with patients, had refused all outpatient duties at the hospital. But the hospital requires every doctor to attend to outpatients every week, and House's arrogant behavior clearly violated the hospital's regulations. However, House completely ignored the dean's accusations. The dean was quite helpless. After all, House was the hospital's star doctor. But at that moment, the dean got a brilliant idea.